Welcome in everybody to another edition of NXT on Tap. I am Scalz, and we are joined not only by the OG crew of NXT on Tap, but the bearded wonder Cam. How's everybody doing tonight?
Fantastic.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
What in the fuck?
That's Jax with his board of wonders.
Damn!
I don't know how long this one is. I've never pressed it.
Doing all right. Hey, Travis in here. Let's go.
Oh.
What's going on, Travis? How are we doing tonight? Yeah, so let's get at it. NXT tonight. Very interesting. It was
Kicking off with a banger.
I mean, if you're saying that the theme that they played once it started was a banger, you know, if you say his name and he appears.
I don't give a shit about his name, Scouts. We're missing the point. We're missing the point behind the whole battle royal. Frankie fucking Kazarian, baby.
See, yep, that's exactly what I was expecting from Jack.
No, Jerry,
You got that
fucking intro, and they just put a legend. A legend. They just put him in the ring.
Come on.
Fuck you, Sean.
You're not gonna give the heavy metal rebel his due? The king of TNA?
Thank you. See, this is why I like Phil now. I didn't like him before, but now I like him a lot more.
I mean, I was not impressed with him being in there. I wanted somebody who's an up-and-coming talent. I wanted somebody that could be used to cross-promote the two brands. I wanted somebody that can actually make a difference and not give a guy on his way out 4 eliminations.
I think Scalz would have been better off having somebody like Leon Slater be in there.
No, I wanted...
What? Leon Slater's one of those guys, though, right?
I wanted...
Mike Bailey?
Would love to see Speedball in NXT. Him versus Javon Evans. Holy shit.
Yes. Yes.
But no, I predicted last week that we were going to see Joe Hendry in this match. So I was very excited for that. I also thought we might have seen one of the Rascals in this match.
Mostly
And
Trey.
That's who I was thinking it would have been. It would have been Trey. Because they're not going to bring Nash Carter, a.k.a. Zachary Wentz, back unless they were actually doing a full team. And then I forget who the third person I said that was going to be in there. I can't. The name's off the top of my head right now. I mean, how many former AEW talents got to carry NXT?
I hear Kenny Omega's about to sign with NXT.
Who do? I mean, if they weren't getting used in AEW, you're more than welcome to come over here and actually use properly.
Bullshit.
If they weren't being used properly over there, they're more than welcome to come over here and actually get used. So,
What
what was you guys thought?
Neighbors are idiots.
What was that, Cam?
My neighbors are idiots.
Your neighbors are idiots.
Yes.
What was your guys' thoughts on the Battle Royal?
It was good. It was decent. Hearing Joe Hendry's music be played in NXT Arena was pretty cool.
That's what we wanted.
So, but they did him dirty though. I mean, his promo was longer than he was in the ring. But I kind of agree with Jax though. Like seeing Frankie Kazarian in the ring was pretty cool too though.
Shadow, no, we did not get. Yeah, no, he wasn't there.
He did not bring his chair of wheels.
Bring the chair of wheels.
Travis is asking you, Phil, did you mark out and flip your shit when Joe showed up?
Well, I was very excited over the fact that Joe Hendry was there, and the fact that his promo lasted longer than his time in the Royale was disappointing. However, I loved what they did by showing him trash talking Sean and Gorilla before going out there, and then Sean just goes back and goes, "I believe." That was
like this-
hilarious.
I did like the standoff that him and Ethan had. They were real nice.
Oh yeah.
Shadow just said he had a
Josh
one mic
Alexander
time.
was
One
the other
mic
one.
time
you
and top
said
dollar,
could've
but
showed-
book
could've
like-
showed up.
Oh.
I would like Josh Alexander to show up. You're right.
Dude, that'd have been perfect. He could have showed up to help Ethan Page.
Yeah,
That's
weren't they the
cross
Great White
promotion
North?
storytelling.
Weren't they from the Great White North?
They were the North.
The North. Sorry,
Former TNA tag team champions.
Kim. I couldn't hear the music, so I don't know. When it becomes question time, you have a very important question to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you stay here for question time because last week you went MIA.
Yeah. He kept trying to contact me the entire time tonight, and I'm like, no, I have something I have to watch. This is my job.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was a good battle royal. I want to see an NXT Royal Rumble, like
Yes.
make the entrances out. I want to see that.
That's
Even if they only
kinda
did
how
like
I
a
wanted it
20,
to be.
even if they only did like a 20-person battle royal for NXT, like a Royal Rumble for NXT, that's what I want to see.
That
I
would
think
be
that
epic.
would be awesome.
Like a 30
I
man?
No, 20. Do
Oh,
like
20.
a 20-man Royal Rumble for NXT. I think that would be awesome because then
I
you'd be
didn't-
able to and not announce who's in it beforehand. All surprises.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to turn it on and everyone be in the fucking ring.
Right.
As soon as I saw
I mean,
it,
that's
everyone in the ring, I was like, okay, there can't be any surprises. Like,
I mean
this is
that's why I really don't like battle royals normally. It's just kind of lazy. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't think they really do them.
I was trying to write down all the names just by seeing who was in the ring.
So I should have expected when they said like, oh yeah, you're gonna see people from other locker rooms. You probably gonna get maybe 2, maybe 3 surprises in there, but it's not gonna be. You get one real big name, and then the two others will be like, oh, that's cool to see, but it's not like like I said again, they had Frankie Kazarian in there, which is still blowing my mind, and they didn't. It's like they really didn't acknowledge him like at all. You know, I saw him in like the horde of people that was in the ring. I was like, oh my god, that's Frankie Kazarian. That's so cool. So
Yeah, I mean you had 2 from NA, 2 from TNA, and then you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe from the main roster. Everybody else was
Yeah.
from NXT.
Yeah, you had Angel Berto. I don't know. I noticed Angel
Tyler
Berto.
Bates, Dragon Lee,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Lee,
Dragon Lee was in there too. Shit.
Apollo Crews,
Apollo, yeah.
Cruz was in there.
and then I wrote down Wild and Crews, but I don't remember. I don't know if they actually were in there or not.
I didn't see them.
But what do we think of the ending?
meh.
Of Javon Evans winning, I loved that idea.
I don't think that was the right call at all.
Well, obviously it wasn't if they made the reversal for the main event, which we'll touch on later.
See, Scalz, you're jumping ahead. Maybe some of these people are still watching it.
I mean,
Why do that? Just to get an extra match out of these guys? Like,
I mean, that's what I was thinking. You just wasted our time. What was the point?
yeah, you
Travis
could've
is
given me
saying
something exciting.
Sean should have won it. I mean, that would have been cool.
That's what I wanted, Travis. I wanted Sean Spears to win. I'm a big Sean Spears guy, so
Me too.
I
Me too.
wanted Sean
Like
Spears
the
to
new
win.
character that Sean Spears has right now, I'm hooked.
So
I would have been okay
wouldn't-
with that.
I also wouldn't mind the tag team. Not to jump ahead, but I also wouldn't mind a tag team between Sean Spears and Ethan Page.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be dope.
All right, I'd be okay with that. But let's move on. So after that, we had the next segment was the women's locker room, which is the second most dangerous place in NXT. Fallon Henley yelling at everybody and getting into arguments about who should get the Women's North American Championship shot next.
Yeah, they just go at each other like a bunch of chickens, and Sol Ruka looks at them. It's like, girls.
Shakes her head and is like, "Nope, I'm done."
Yeah, this is like typical girl stuff, and just bye.
What do we think of that?
Oh man.
I think I made
well,
this is when I was transitioning from my living room to my office.
it's. I mean, it's like every time they're in the women's locker room, there's always like a good 3-4 of them that I'm just like, I have no idea who this is. Just standing around or whatever. But yeah, there's that. I guess they got it. Just shows that they got a lot of names in part of their roster. You know, ones we haven't even really seen in the ring yet. So
Yeah, Brinley Reese. She's been starting to get in the ring, which we've seen her later tonight versus Fallon Henley, which this came from that.
Yeah, you also got you got Carly. You got another match out of Carly Bright with her now her usual partner from Level Up, Kendall Gray.
She was the one that was at
She was the one
ringside with
that
her.
ended up getting sleep paralysis from Wendy Chu.
I'm loving this Wendy Chu character too.
Like
And
this
I know
demon
we're
doll.
all over the
Demon
place
doll
tonight,
Wendy
but-
Chu is crazy. She went from a pillow pet to a demon doll.
What did we think? So after going from that, we get Rich Holland gets the Chase U shirt, so now he's officially a part of Chase University. He gets brought in, and then Gallows and Anderson show up, and they start going at each other, making fun of him, and we actually will get a match set up for later in the evening. Looks like
Tired of them screwing the brothers.
it looks like the old Thea Hale is back,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm loving that.
And I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We
But-
also.
Good.
I just mind blank. Remind me where. Rich Holland is now an official Chase U member.
Yes,
That's what I was
very excited for that. I want to see what happens. That
Yeah, because didn't they say that Riley was in the UK?
yeah, Riley was in the UK apparently. That's why he wasn't there tonight. So I wonder if was Riley Osborne over in the UK? Like, did he go? Was he there at Clash and we didn't realize it?
I don't know.
That's pretty interesting.
oh, that's the other member. That's the other member of Chase U, right? Yeah.
Yeah. After
So many
this,
people
we
show up.
had the triple threat women's tag team match, which had Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice versus Lash Legend and Dakar Jackson and Jacy Jane and Jasmine Nix.
Yo, JC Jane coming out tonight with the Cody Rhodes undashing mask and the basic, like just orbital bone mask. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Yes.
Yeah, she's been wearing the dashing mask over hers.
She's like a shrine to it. Like it reminds me of like Kylo Ren and Darth Vader.
That's a pretty good comparison. I like that.
She wears it, but then when she takes it off, she treats it like it's a sacred object. And
Yeah,
in a way it is.
It's kind of
It
cool. I
is.
like it.
This was a pretty good match between these girls. They had a lot of good spots. We had some good action. Dakar Jackson's better in the ring than I thought she was because we don't see her
Yeah.
wrestle that often.
Definitely.
What was your impression on this match, Jax?
I liked it. I had no real big complaints about it.
Bill?
Pretty much the same. I had no complaints out of it. I found it. I mean, I found it a bit interesting that they had Roxanne and Lola team up, but Lola and Roxanne really started working together by the end of it, and they make a good team.
They're trying to
did?
turn Lola face, and I don't know if it's going to work.
They did.
Yeah.
They worked together at the end. I mean, you had Roxy tag herself in and take the victory right out from Lola.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the shaking of her ass by Lola Vice. You're supposed to be a heel. That's not something a heel
That
does.
you're a mixed martial artist. Be a badass. Stop being all pissy dissy hippie hippie hoopie ha. Shut the fuck up. Like it's fucking. It's like, come on.
What'd you think of this match, Cam?
I'm sorry. What match are we on?
The
triple
women's
threat women's match.
Oh, this match is all over the place. But I thought it was good for what it was. Yeah, I mean, not really much to it. It's just like it was hard to keep up with who was partners with who, because it was so many people in the ring at the same time. I'm assuming Jax is talking about Lola Vice just a minute ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like Lola Vice, but there's just I don't know. There's something that she's missing. And I don't know what it is.
An edge. She's a fucking fighter. Let her be a fighter. Like, stop this fucking cucaracha bullshit and let her get to her roots. You had her in an underground match shaking her ass. Like fucking come on.
I don't know. All I know is from what I understand about it is that she's very proud of being a Latina.
Oh yeah, Conor McGregor's a fucking proud Irishman, but you don't see him shaking his dick.
I mean, like you see Conor McGregor being a badass fighter, but you don't see him like chugging whole bottles of whiskey. Like,
are you sure?
I'll chug his fucking. I love that shit. His whiskey's good. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, like you don't see him like just down beer whiskey after whiskey after whiskey. You know,
didn't McGregor didn't he throw shit at a bus once?
Oh yeah, he's done all kinds of shit. Like he's just living his fucking life. That's why he's one of my idols.
50 cents a bitch.
But you just put Lola Vice in an underground match with what is now your baddest women wrestler, Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she won by referee stoppage, which in the world of MMA, and I won't just put it because UFC is not mixed martial arts. There's a ton of MMA companies. But in the world of MMA, referee stoppage is okay. Like that's a very common thing. But I'm thinking, all right, cool, this is that badass. Then she shakes her ass like she's in a fucking strip club. And I was like, oh, this just took like, all right, I don't care about it. Like you're not as hard, like you're not as tough as I thought you were. You're still a little girl who won on luck.
I mean, I get it, but
mm-hmm.
I think it's more so her taunt or whatever. But I get what you're saying, though. So
yeah,
Cam's having a fun evening over at his house. It seems like.
Yeah, well, everything wants to happen at once as soon as I get on stream. So it's fantastic.
So at the end, we got Roxanne Perez hitting pop rocks on Jakara Jackson for the win. Everything you think is going well between her and Lola Vice, and then Roxanne Perez floors out Lola Vice before Lola can turn on Perez. I kind of like it. I kind of like Roxy like that.
Oh no, I'm digging Roxy now. Like she's starting to grow on me because I'm so used to seeing her as a play in the face. But this heel Roxy, man, gives me my loins tingle.
Was this the first time we've ever seen her as a heel in any of her companies?
She's mostly always played the goody two shoes. She did that for Booker T. Booker T really pushed her in Texas.
Reality of wrestling, right?
Yeah. She was also you have to call it that because there's so many RCWs out there now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ROW, yeah.
ROW,
but then when she went to Ring of Honor and they reignited the women's division, she was the face of the women's division.
Yeah, Roxy.
Yes.
And she dropped it to Deanna signing with NXT. And I think NXT is took a chance on giving someone who's never really done heel and said, "Hey, can you do it?" And I think she stepped up to the ball and really excelled in what she's doing.
I mean, and she's not that old either. Like, she's still quite young. And for her to be able to do
Yeah,
what
she's like Phil's
doing
age,
and
like 15.
Bruh.
I think her and Phil like went to go to daycare together still. No, Phil knows I love him.
What's up, brother?
but it's quite impressive how good she actually is in the ring. And she has a long future ahead of her in WWE should she choose to stay there after NXT.
Which is why I question a couple people that I know. Like, I mentioned Roxanne, they say overrated. And I'm like, really?
How? Where?
No offense, Cam, but they're probably AEW fans and they like to hate on everything that WWE does.
Not offense to me because I ain't in that bracket.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, some people used to say you were. Like, you did that.
I still do,
So,
but there's even
right.
there's some AEW fans
Phil.
that are just delusional. So
like the people that hated the Uncle Howdy stuff from last night. Like, I've been seeing a lot of that today.
Yeah.
A lot of hate on
How
it.
do you hate that?
Because it's something
I don't know.
WWE did as opposed to being an AEW. So they can't fathom that something good can happen in both brands.
Oh no, shiver me timbers.
Each brand can have good things that happen. Each company.
Right.
But they have to make it all about tribalism and if one company did it, I can't like it. So my point was just because people are saying that about Roxanne because they're saying she's overrated.
Who is saying that? I need names.
facts.
Because
No, you see
Call
it on
out.
Twitter.
like these folks, like Jesus.
It's
Like
probably the same
how,
people that kept saying Becky was overrated.
Yeah, the
And-
same
and
people that I've
Becky-
also
I
seen
mean-
on like, you know, watch along saying that Becky Lynch is like Becky Lynch has been like a Hulk Hogan recently, and I'm like,
right, where she doesn't want to lose, she won't put anybody
Hulk
over.
Hogan.
Right?
Has no one ever seen Charlotte Flair? You want to talk over Rick?
Jesus
yeah,
You
like
know,
they don't talk about Charlotte Flair, but they call Becky Lynch Hulk Hogan.
Flair takes a week
Really
off,
now?
goes and does something, and comes back and immediately wins a title. Fuck off.
Exactly, bruh.
All right,
Anyway,
let's get back on track over here. The next segment we had was Ava was congratulating Javon Evans for winning the Battle Royal, how he's going to be the number one contendership, and then in comes Ethan Page.
because Oro attacked him.
And he never officially was eliminated. Oro
It's
put him
true.
through the middle of the ropes. So technically the match was not over.
Mhm.
That was his whole point. And this ended up turning into a one-on-one match between Javon Evans and Ethan Page, and it was going to be set in the main event. I don't know if they officially said it was for the number one contendership or not, but that's what I'm going to
It
assume that it
implied.
was,
Yeah.
because it seemed like it was implied based off of the conversation that happened in Ava's office.
Yes.
So I guess we'll have to find out later on, but we'll talk about that match as we get to it. After this, we had the Women's North American Championship match of Kalani Jordan versus Misha. Phil, you want to talk about it?
I'd like to start this one by saying I actually enjoy. If it started off really well. I liked how it start. I like how it started off. Like it would, like, you know, they go at it for a little bit. All of a sudden the Good Brothers show up, and Kalani's almost like, wait a minute, what the heck? Why'd you call your bros out here? And she's like, no. They just here watching the match. Like, you know, we cool. And Kalani's like, yeah, we cool. Let's just keep going. And they keep going. And then further on into the match, all of a sudden we get Lucian Price, Bronco Nima from OTM getting in the
Oh,
Good
that was
Brothers
fucking
grill, and then of course everyone's Miss Jada Parker knocks Mia Yim off the top of the friggin' post, gets her, nails her pins her for the 3 count, and Kalani Jordan retains her title.
Cam, what'd you think?
Like I said, I like Kalani Jordan. I really do. I just want to see more of a character from her. Going forward. I could appreciate the fact that they put the championship on somebody, relatively, I guess, lesser known, one of the lesser, big names right now in the roster, to really build her up. I like that fact.
Yeah, she only has like 2 years worth of experience.
Yeah. So I like the fact that you're trying to build up new names. So it was a good first defense, for our first title defense. I just don't really appreciate the fact that, I get why they did it, but I don't like the fact that in her first defense there's an interference. I would have just appreciated it more if it was just a clear cut winner. 1, 2, 3, middle of the ring. None of this like interference stuff. I get why they did it. They're continuing a storyline. I understand that, but just for her first defense, I think she, Kalani Jordan needed, if she was going to be the one to beat Michin, I think she should have done it just with no interference, none of that. You could have saved that for like a rematch or something like that, but her
Exactly.
first defense didn't need
The one thing I will say about the interference is it wasn't essentially to help Kalani.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying.
So I think it made a little more sense that it happened, and I doesn't take away from her winning so much as if it was somebody like one of her friends coming out to help her. That's all I'm going to say on it. I would have preferred that it didn't happen, but I think the way that they executed it doesn't make Kalani Jordan kind of look weak in the ring,
Yeah, but like literally, like when I said earlier, the Good Brothers came out, they were watching the match, and like like I said, Kalani was kind of like, "What the hell?" But Misha was like, "Hey, they just watching because like they have my back. Are we cool?" And they shook their hand, and Kalani shook her hand on it. They're cool. They're just watching the match, all that stuff. But like the stuff from OTM and Jada Parker was not needed for this. I get it was due to like increase the hostility and continue the storyline between Michin and Jada Parker, but I didn't think this was the time.
Yeah, her first defense should have been a clean victory, not an interference one.
It shouldn't have been tainted, yeah.
Now, the way I look at it is, can she do it on her own?
Exactly. That's the thing. I think that's the thing that I think for most people that's what they're looking for with Kalani Jordan. I feel like if like you say like Sol Ruka had won it, or Michin had won it, or like somebody else that had won it, and they had given off like their victory promo, like they would be able to like they would be able to kind of go through that with not much hesitation, or like like they wouldn't have had a lot of problem going through the promo. But like I had seen people like comment on the Kalani Jordan, her celebrating the fact that she became the women's North American champion. They were saying like it was like it wasn't really good or whatever, but that was only because whenever Kalani Jordan has spoken in the ring, it's always been because she's always had somebody next to her to like carry on whatever the heck it is they were talking about. So for Kalani to do it on her own that one time last week, it wasn't bad for a first time run completely solo.
All right.
I know that was so long, but like,
so obviously, like we're okay with the result, just not how she got the result.
Yeah,
we're okay that she won. We just wanted her to win without any help.
Agree.
I think we all agree on that. Next, we had this backstage segment with Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and I'm not too sure how to feel about this. Are they working
separating-
on breaking up the Supersonic duo? Like, is that what they're going for with this?
I wouldn't mind it.
It looks like it because for some reason, because Axiom seemed very pissed about the fact that Nathan Fraser put himself into the battle royal. He's like, "What the hell? I thought we were supposed to be we were supposed to be defending these tag team titles." He's like, "Yeah, but wouldn't it be really cool if I held the NXT title or the North American title or heck, even the Heritage Cup?" And it's like, yeah, but dude, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. Like, we're tag team champions. This comes first. And then, of course, you've got the concierge, or you got the personal concierge, Luca Crucifino, with the contract written up by, like, already approved by Ava. Nathan just automatically grabs it, opens. There you go. And then he gives it back. Nice signature.
So we essentially have a North American Heritage Cup championship match. And is that going to be next week? Or is this going to be at Heatwave? Did they say?
I think they said it was supposed to be next week.
Okay. I mean, I'll never complain about having a Heritage Cup match on free TV. I enjoy the Heritage Cup matches, so I'm okay with this.
Agreed.
Next, we had Obafemi come out to a ring and cut a promo about how he is still champion, how he's always going to be champion, no one's going to beat him. And then you have Wesley come out. I'm kind of over Wesley in this North American title picture. I know he is the longest reigning North American champion in history. I know he didn't get a chance to actually lose the title, and he had to relinquish it because of his injury. But still, I am glad that they put a stipulation on this match that is going to happen.
Yeah,
either wins or he's done. I like that. Like, let's get a result from this.
What if he loses and he's done and then he gets called up?
Exactly. That's another way they could do it.
Boom.
Because he's ready for the main roster.
I think so too.
He can replace the person that just got ran off of TV last Monday.
Drew?
He's a younger version of Ricochet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like I said, I keep saying this. Like with Ricochet gone, I mean, there's that void that still needs to be filled by somebody else.
It could be Dragon Lee, very easily.
Could be,
but they're too busy keeping him in the LWO.
So that's probably not
gonna happen. Especially with him having matches with Carlito.
Yeah. Right, he should not be losing to Carlito. Sorry, Dragon Lee is so good, he should not be losing to fucking Carlito at this stage in his career. You know,
I agree with that.
Oh no, I totally agree, brother. Yeah.
But this is pretty interesting. I want this to be done with. Let's move on. Hopefully what Cam said comes true, loses, and he goes to the main roster.
Did he ever have his match with Ivar?
No, because Ivar got injured. That's how it turned into Coffee getting replaced. He replaced Ivar in that match. Because Ivar actually has a serious injury and is going to be out for an extended amount of time.
Then I don't think anybody should be beating Oba until Ivar comes back, because Ivar is my pick to beat Oba. To me, I don't know. So,
then we had a backstage segment with the NQCC.
Trying to recruit Mr. Tavion Heights.
Did anybody understand this? Like, I'm very confused.
All I got from it was that Charlie Dempsey was just trying to wants to recruit Tavion Heights into the No Quarter Catch crew.
Correct.
And to do so, he's trying to challenge Tavion by pitting him against Damon Kemp, because Dempsey said he didn't pull in his fair share during the Battle Royal, which I find very hypocritical, because Charlie Dempsey
he said it's because of the mistake. No, it's the mistake he made by causing Dempsey to get knocked out. Damon Kemp was the reason that Dempsey got knocked out.
Oh, right. Yeah, there we go.
Now, our Tavion isn't Damon Kemp Tavion's brother in real life?
I think so.
I know that Damon Kemp is Gable Stevenson's real brother.
Oh, that's who it is. Okay.
I mean, if Tavion was related to both of them, I would be like, bleh.
I'm gonna look that up because I really think there's something to that. But I really he said yes. He agreed. And
yes.
then Dempsey made the match anyway.
I don't know. Consider it initiation.
That's what I didn't understand on it.
Am I the only one that's wanting Charlie Dempsey on his own at some point? Like right now, I think they're experimenting with Charlie Dempsey and seeing what sticks. You know, that's why 1 week it's like he's like, you know, capiche, and the next week he's like you know, like he started out like he was like the silent son of William Regal. Like he didn't say much. Now he's more like the leader. Now he's like capiche. It's like they're experimenting.
Yeah, he's trying to play off of Tony D'Angelo a lot since they lost the Heritage Cup to him. So he's trying to pull some of the Don's stuff by himself, and really just like he's really making a spectacle of himself, being a bit of a fool.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
just
I just need Regal to
We're
show
just
up.
waiting for William Regal to come back and show his son how to do it correctly by beating the shit out of him.
That's what we're waiting for. Is William Regal's going to show up and put Dempsey in his place? Because Dempsey right now is trying too much to be like the Don. He's trying to be like Tony D'Angelo and how he runs his family. He's trying to do all the stuff for the Italian mob that they do, the capiche and everything else. And it's going to come back and bite him in the ass. And that's when we're going to see William Regal. I know, Shadow, I'm watching it. I was trying not to get too excited when McDavid scored the empty netter to seal the deal. All right. Next match we had was Fallon Henley versus Carly Bright with Kendall Gray. Who wants to talk about this match?
Oof. Yo, I'm gonna start by saying this. Fallon Henley, when she entered the when she entered the ring, I was starting to get I got very Western Trish Stratus vibes for some reason. But you know,
you got Trish vibe? I thought it was Mickey James.
I'm getting Mickey James vibes from her.
I mean, it was like the Trish. It was like a bit of Mickey James with a bit of Trish Stratus. Like the cowboy hat really resembled more of a Mickey James, but I feel like the coat itself brought back Trish Stratus in a way. I don't know.
I got Godfather vibes with that coat.
Not the Godfather. The whole train.
That's pretty interesting. But I mean, I was more interested in what was happening on the outside of the ring here with Wendy Chu coming out.
Oh yeah. Literally, we got that the demon doll came up out of nowhere and just started putting what I like to call the sleep paralysis on Kendall Gray for no reason. I'm like, what?
Well, I think it was the Cobra Clutch actually.
Cobra Clutch. I mean,
is what I think she's using.
But I feel like if they applied it, if they wanted to give it a name that went with her character, I would call it sleep paralysis.
I like it.
Tweet Wendy Chu, see if she'll take the name.
You know what? Bet I'll do it after the podcast.
Make sure you
Like,
tag.
"Hey,
Make sure you tag me
got
off
an
the top
idea."
in it, so you could. Hopefully, she can put it out there. So this is where I didn't see anything after the show until the last 3 minutes of the show. So you guys are gonna have to help me out. I have a recap up. I'll go off of what happened in order, but you guys are gonna have to be the ones to talk about it.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Trick Williams and Javon Evans were talking in the trainers room, it looks like, and they're talking about getting rid and handling Ethan Page. Who wants to talk about this?
I'll go. So basically, they were basically just talking about how, because at that point in time, Javon Evans was the number one contender for the NXT championship, and Trick Williams basically, showing respect to him and all that jazz. And then they were talking about, the whole Ethan Page thing for the main event. So, yeah, so not really much there. I mean, it was pretty much just respect between the two of them. To honestly, seeing the two of them like standing next to each other, it almost looks like big brother, little brother. Like Trick Williams, seems like a big brother to like Javon Evans was like his little brother. I think honestly, if they had stuck with this outcome, Javon Evans versus Trick, I think it would have been a good match. But again, I think you need to put somebody in the ring with Trick that's like a Sean Spears or Ethan Page, because I think that just makes Trick look even better. You know what I mean? I don't think Javon is that person that's gonna make Trick look that good. Yet. Right. Not yet. I don't think he's there yet. So yeah, it would have just been that. It would have just been a good match, but it wouldn't have been like a great match, But yeah, other than that, it was just that. They were just talking about Ethan Page in the main event, so not much to it.
Okay. So let's talk about the main event. You had Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. I only saw what happened, like I said, after the match. Like I saw the ending, I saw who won, and then I saw the aftermath. So how was this match?
It was great. I thought it was a good match. It was a good, solid main event.
It was really solid.
It started at like 9. It started at like 9:52 my time. And I was starting to question it. Like, we're only getting like, we're not getting like a lot of time for this match, really.
See, you still forget that NXT has an 8-minute run over every single week.
Yeah, that's
scheduled that way.
That's true. That's true.
So when they started at 8:52 or 9:52, you're still getting 15 minutes of time.
Yeah.
Not a 6-minute main event. This is not a Monday Night Raw where they end exactly at 11.
Yeah.
And cut off the Liv Morgan kiss to Dominic Mysterio.
Right. So when it was still going on at like 10:02, and I'm just like, are we running overtime? Like, we're still going? But no, this is a good match though. They gave it some decent time. I love what happened at the end of it too. I believe Ethan Page did win. He did win. So again, like I said, for me, it's like the sort of beginning of the program with the whole battle royal things like that. To me, I thought it was kind of a waste of time if we're just going to go back and have this main event and have it go to Ethan Page anyways.
Yeah, if we're gonna, we're really gonna like redo everything again for like no reason. But then again, we got Sean Spears coming in attacking Trick, which was like, whoa, where did this come from?
Yeah.
And then as
he attacked Evans.
Oh yeah.
He attacked Evans, and then Trick came in and made the save.
Yeah.
And then you get all 4 of them in the ring because Ethan Page comes back. And I don't know, the visual at the end of the night was amazing.
Yeah, I was just about to get to that.
Yeah, each one is at all 4 corners of the ring, and the NXT title is just right in the middle. So now it's giving me vibes of like Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
See, so they could continue to do something.
Yeah.
So
NXT Heat Wave could be a Fatal 4-Way.
Because they never said that it was for the number one contendership. Like, it was only implied that it could be. It never said officially that it was. So, Ethan now beating the number one contender, he should stake his claim. So that could make it a triple threat.
Right.
Now, Sean Spears throwing his name in could mean more. If we get a fatal 4-way for Heat Wave, I'm fucking down.
Yeah.
Yes,
And it all
sir.
ties in too, because like I said, Sean Spears, the issues he's had with Javon Evans, Ethan Page, the issues he's had with Trick Williams, and in the whole battle royal we had at the beginning of this program, Javon Evans, versus Ethan Page. So it all ties in. So the fatal 4-way just makes sense.
Oro Mensah needs to stay away from Ethan Page. Like, I'm done with this attacks every fucking week. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking over it, man.
It's been 4 times now. Are they gonna fucking fight? Like, fight.
Put them.
Get this shit over with.
Listen. If you want to get Ethan Page and Oro Mensah done with, just put them in a phone booth and let them take care of the rest.
Round one, fight.
Exactly.
Finish him.
Perfect.
Anything else you guys want to touch on about what happened on NXT?
Oh,
no?
Kalani Jordan also picking her next opponent for defending that North American title. Was interesting because it was her along with Ava, Mr. Stone, and I believe Stevie Turner. She was saying after defending this title, I want to defend it against somebody who doesn't really want to put themselves out there, is desperate to grab a title, always trying to beg and plead for an opportunity. You got Ariana Grace just busting her way through. Excuse me. It's hard for somebody, especially like me, this, that, and the third. And she's like, I'm so glad that you decided to pick me. And she's like, no, I didn't think of you. I was thinking more of somebody like Sol Ruka. And she's like,
Sir.
Sol Ruka.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm like,
So,
oh.
Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka.
Yes, please.
But I'm all for it. I'm all for the shmrat.
Yes, please. My top pick to win the ladder match you did not win. Yes.
Right.
Give it to me.
Right.
Give it to me. Make this right, HBK, please.
Make this right. You know what you should do.
So, is that match happening at Heat Wave or is it happening before?
We don't know yet. It just was teased. Hasn't been made
If
official.
it's going to be at Heat Wave, I could see the title change happening.
If it happens next week or something, probably not.
No, she's not winning it.
No.
If it's at Heat Wave, I could definitely see Sol Ruka walking out as the new North American champion.
Yes, please.
Which I would be all for because she should have won it to begin with. But they wanted to be
something new.
They wanted to do something different. And don't get me wrong, Kalani Jordan is doing okay. But she's still green.
Very.
And I don't know if I can get behind this just like Lonnie thing that she keeps saying. It's
just like Lonnie.
She keeps saying just like Lonnie. Like
that's her catchphrase?
That's her catchphrase, and I don't know if I can get behind it.
Just like Lonnie.
It's like annoying to me.
It's weird.
Well, because instead of saying Kalani, she says Lonnie.
Oh, okay. She's shortening her name.
Still annoying.
Yeah. And I mean, I can kind of understand where she comes from, where she was saying, she wanted somebody like Sol Ruka, because I remember, like when they show Kalani coming from the back, walking as she's making her way over to the ring, you're seeing all these girls standing on the sides of the wall, giving her all these big snooty looks, like, oh my gosh, look at her. Like, she's the champion. I can't believe out of everybody it was her. But yet Sol Ruka's the one that stood next to her saying, hey, you got this. Go do it. Go kill it. She's like, yeah, thanks. And which probably led to the whole thing later on where she's like, yeah, I'm going to have Sol Ruka challenge me the next time, And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, fair enough.
They better not even think about turning Sol Ruka heel.
If Sol Ruka turn heel, Lord have mercy.
No, I don't think that's happening.
I couldn't see Sol Ruka as a heel.
Exactly.
We say that about all Here's the thing, though, Jax. We say that about all the super baby faces until they turn heel. Then they're just like, they're great. They're
Yeah.
amazing.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that.
I said the
Cam.
same thing about Cora Jade, and then she turned out to be freaking amazing as a heel. So there you go.
She's coming back. She's like ahead of schedule.
Soon. I hope
She's
so.
looking good. So I'm expecting to see her come back. I want to say we're probably going to see her in September. Is probably when I'm thinking we're going to see her. They're not going to want to rush her back.
Survivor Series, maybe around that time.
If they're going to do that, it's going to be Halloween Havoc for NXT. If they're going to wait that long.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, she's still like a couple months out. So,
but anything else from NXT?
I think that's it.
All right, where to go? So let's close out the show for the evening. Phil, where can we find you?
All right. So for everybody who stuck around to the very end, from the OG crew and to our special guest, Cam G, aka Suntan Vince Russo, aka Ski Mask the Beard God. We just want to say thank y'all for coming over to NXT on Tap, kicking back and talking about NXT with the rest of us. If you enjoyed it this much and still like seeing this beautiful face gracing your screen, you can still check me out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all them good socials right under the name you see down here below. Exactly this way, Phil the Future. You can catch me here every Tuesday night for NXT on Tap. Don't know exactly when the Boss Bitch Trivia Challenge is coming back, but I'm hoping it soon. I am still your reigning, defending, undisputed Boss Bitch Trivia Champion. I'm looking for anybody to try to test their knowledge against myself, because right now I feel like I'm having a Roman Reigns type of reign, and it's not feeling very pretty.
I wouldn't do it, folks.
But yeah, other than that, we good.
Jax?
Anywhere and everywhere. Here every Tuesday for NXT on Tap. Sundays over at River City Radio for Bot Spots and Chair Shots. Check me out on YouTube at Boytime. Do reaction videos with my buddy John and shit like that. Follow me on Twitter, Jaxpo2020.
Cam?
You can find me right here on the network every single Monday night with a table spot with Metalcore Mike and the Alpha Wolf Sean. And then right here on the network, once again, on every single Wednesday night, tomorrow night now, which is in like 30 minutes for me. Every single Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite with another edition of The Boom with Metalcore Mike and Phil Khan. And then you can find us on our sister page on All Top Media every single Friday night with me and the man next to me to my left, and wherever third person, fourth, fifth, sixth person we have on the show every single Friday night with Friday Night Review. And then you can find me on my socials on TikTok. I have 3 different pages. I have Cam's Square Circle Mania, call me Cam G, and of course Cam's Wrestling Corner. And then of course you can find me on Twitter/X at CamandCheese317. And if all of that does not sizzle your bacon, you can find me on Instagram at 317 Bacon, Eggs, and Cam.
I am Scalz. You can find me here on Off the Top Media on both YouTube and Twitch, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, spread the word out there. Help us continue to grow. If y'all could do me a favor, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel, start watching the videos, help us get the watch hours up. We're about 1,000 hours away from being able to monetize over on YouTube. So if you can help us out there, we would appreciate it. Like Cam said, I am the host on Friday Night Review with him every Friday night here on All Top Media. It happens right after SmackDown. And then on Tuesday nights, right here, me, myself, Ginger Ninja, we host NXT on Tap. Be on the lookout. Soon we will be doing our Money in the Bank predictions. We're trying to figure out the proper date to do those. I think we're going to do a Money in the Bank / Heatwave combined predictions. Since they are happening back to back, I think that would be the best course of action for us. And once we do, it'll be announced. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And we hope to see you guys soon. Have a great evening. Thanks for stopping
Hello.
by.